guys, it's Jess from Royal Yoga Studio. I am going to lead you through about a 15-minute Yoga for Athletes series. So if you were to do this class at the studio, it's an hour long, of course, and it's really great sequencing for hamstrings, for tight hip flexors, maybe tight low back and quadriceps as well. And it's just a really great all-around active recovery practice. So you'll notice that we take out all of the strength components except for core work. So we don't do chaturanga push-ups. We also do not do standing warrior series poses, things like that. So, and this is even a more condensed and shortened version of what we do in the studio. But see how you like it and let us know what you think. So roll out your mat. You don't need any props unless you have a block, want to use a block. I'm not gonna use one for practice today. Yeah, so go ahead. We're gonna begin on our seat and on just an easy seated posture. So begin here, and if it feels better for you, you can just let your legs go out long, or you could choose to sit on your knees. Okay? We're just gonna start with a little bit of time to separate from before and just arrive here on the mat. So I like to do this with every practice, right? Whether I'm lying down or in a seated meditation. Just try to create a buffer between all that came before this and all that will come after. Create a buffer between all of that and just this space, just within the four corners here. So find a comfortable seat. Close your eyes if you like, if you're comfortable. Roll your shoulders down away from your ears, and then start to take a deep inhale through your nose. And then sigh out your mouth. Do that one more time. Inhale through your nose and exhale, sigh out. Now through your nose, inhale. Through your nose, exhale. And relax your shoulders again, your face, your jaw. Inhale. Exhale. 3 more here. On your own. Notice the sound of your breath. Notice where you can soften. No rush. One last one. And then slowly open your eyes. Roll over your knees and come to child's pose. So I'm going to walk my knees wide and big toes together to touch. Walk your hands out here and then let your forehead hit the mat. And if your forehead doesn't reach the mat, you can use a block or use the top of your hands. You want to create a little ease here for the neck, the shoulders, so you don't want your head just hanging here. You can rock your head from side to side, massage out your brow. One more inhale. Exhale. Walk your hands over to the right side of your mat. So I'm going to take my left hand on top of the right, just for one big full breath. Expand into your left side body. And then go over to the left. Working to stretch out, to lengthen the right side body here. Breathe in and out. Come back to center. And then rise up to tabletop. Just take a few cat-cows. So with the pace of your own breath, set your hands up, shoulder distance apart, your knees up, hip distance apart. As you exhale, breathe all the air out. Lift your ribs, tuck your chin, hold, press into your hands. Inhale, drop your belly. Lift your chin, lift your sit bones. Pause. And then exhale, round. Now take the whole exhale to get to where you're going. And let the entire inhale bring you into cow. Exhale, round. Notice if you're rushing from one place to the next. One more time on your own. Really lift the chin. Exhale. Good. Come back to neutral table. And then tuck your toes from here. Come into a downward facing dog. First downward facing dog in practice. Let this be really full of inventory worry or inquiry, and just really intuitive movement here. So just whatever feels good to you. So I like to sort of twist my hips from right to left. You could bend one knee and straighten the other leg. Become high on the toes, stretch the feet. Sometimes if my shoulders are especially tight, I like to dip the chest down a few times. And whenever you're ready to come into stillness, fan out your fingers, fan out your toes, and then press everything down into your hands and your feet to lift your sit bones up and back. Now shake your head yes and no. Rest your eyes on one physical point between your ankles. Be here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Eyes on one point between your own feet. Inhale. Exhale. Come to the top of your mat. Separate your feet wider than hip distance. You could bend your knees here and let your belly rest on your thighs. You could drop your head. You could even grab opposite elbows. Let this be more about sort of dropping the top of the head and releasing the neck, the back, right? Being a little release here in the low back. So give the hamstrings some grace and just bend the knees here. Relax your face, your jaw. Top of the head down. One more inhale. And then exhale. Heel toe your feet together. Rise to stand. Reach up as you inhale. Hands to heart center as you exhale. Okay, so we're going to do 2 rounds of a Yoga for Athletes Sun Salutation A. Looks a little different than standard Sun Salutation A because, as I said before, we eliminate the strength component in the shoulders, the arms. So follow along with me. If throughout the practice you want to modify the way you vinyasa, the way you flow from one sequence to the next, if you want to begin to introduce chaturanga push-ups, you're more than welcome to do that. We're going to lead it this way though. Okay, so inhale as you reach your arms overhead. Exhale as you forward fold. Drop the head, complete the breath out. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, make your way into a supported push-up or a high push-up. From your high push-up, make the legs really strong, engage the quadriceps, shift forward, and then you're going to lower. So core work is included in Yoga for Athletes because everybody needs more core work. But then when you're ready, slowly lower to your belly. Untuck your toes. We use mini cobra in this practice. Inhale, just lift your chest up using the muscles between your shoulder blades, your middle and upper back. So really light in the hands. As you exhale, you're going to press back to child's pose. Let the forehead hit the mat. Inhale here. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Eyes go back to the same physical point between your ankles. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift your heels. Tippy toe your feet forward. Come to the top of your mat. Lengthen out, breathe in. Exhale, fold. You can bend your knees still. Inhale, rise to stand. That's 1. Let's go again. One more time. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, high push up. So move within the pace of your own breath, okay? We'll all meet together. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lower. Inhale, mini cobra. Exhale, child's pose. So use your breath to get to where you're going. Inhale here. Downward facing dog. Breathe out. Good. In a normal class, we would probably take five of those. Okay. When you're ready, bring your right leg up to the ceiling and then bring your right foot between your hands, low lunge. So use your core muscles to step the foot to the top of the mat. Lower your back knee down. Now if you need a blanket here, you can grab a blanket or a towel, any sort of cushion for the back knee. What I like to do though, what habit works best for me, is to really keep engagement in the top of my back foot. So instead of just heaviness here and then pressing down in the knee, a little bit of pain in the knee, I'm always a little active here in the top of the foot, so the muscles in the leg are a little bit active, keeping my back knee really light. Even when I'm here, I'm very close to being able to lift. No matter where I go from here, I've got tension down in the foot. So if that works for you, go ahead and do that. You can stay in a low lunge with your hands to the mat, or you could bring your hands to here, to the top of the knee. Working to open up the hip flexors here, the front of the back leg. Breathe in, breathe out. Keep foundation in your right foot. Feel these muscles here around the knee, supporting the knee. Inhale. Exhale. Come into open twist from here. Plant your left hand down. And then rotate your chest. You can press your right hand here into the knee. When you're ready, maybe look up. Maybe even reach your arm up. And then again, press into the right foot. Inhale here. Exhale. We're going to vinyasa. You plant the hands. Come off the back knee. Inhale, high push up. Exhale to your belly. Just like before, inhale, mini cobra. If you know where you're going, close your eyes. Exhale, child's pose, or take them off the screen, right? Inhale, downward facing dog. Exhale. As much as you can get into your own moment, your own space, the better. Left side. Lift the left foot high. Bend the knee, bring the knee to the chest, and then use your core muscles. Low lunge. Lower down gently. Take what you need on this side. Stay here or deepen the stretch here for the hip flexors and rise up. Breathe in. Breathe out. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Press down into your left foot. Breathe in. Exhale. Good. One more. Breathe in. Exhale. Slowly lower the right hand down. Left hand high. Right? So to form your twist, reach up, look up. Mindful of your back knee. And then exhale. Vinyasa. Tuck the toes. Lift up. Step back. Supported push-up works great for all of these too. Lower to your belly. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. So the sequence keeps moving. It's active recovery. Right? Shake your head. Inhale. Exhale. One more time through this. Inhale. Lift the right leg up. Exhale. Low lunge. Inhale. Rise into your low lunge. Hold here. On your next exhale, left hand down, right hand high. Open twist. Look up. Exhale, hand to the mat. We're going to shift into half split so the sequence builds on itself. You're going to drag your right hip back. Here's where you may need a block, right? If you need a block underneath your right hand or both hands, you can do that. Sort of bring the floor up to you. And what we want is to keep length in the spine. So if a block lifts you up so your spine can be long, then take that. Okay, you notice my chest is lifted, my chin is lifted the entire time here. Even as I drag the right hip back and deepen my fold. So this feels drastically different than this. Right? This actually does nothing to increase the hinge here or deepen this fold. Right? It just compromises the spine. This is a much deeper stretch here. And then come out of this and into high push-up. Vinyasa, one more time. Inhale. Exhale. Mini cobra. Breathe in. Child's pose. Breathe out. Seal your forehead to the mat. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Left side. Low lunge. Oh. Lower the back knee down. Slow and steady. Rise up. Stay as you are. On your next exhale, your right hand goes down. Left hand high this time. Open twist. One more in. And then shift into half split. So your hands come down. Send your hips over your back knee. Straighten this extended leg. Lengthen. Maybe you stay and drag the left hip back. Maybe you fold in. And in didn't say it on the other side, I forgot. You can also use your opposite hand to the foot. So you want to use the opposite hand so there's more stability. And you can pull the toes back towards the shin and still not rounding in, drawing the belly down, the chin forward. And then vinyasa, high push up to your belly. As you exhale, inhale cobra. Exhale child's pose. Breathe in, downward facing dog, breathe out. Okay. Typically there's 2 more ladder flows built onto that. We add a few more things in. We're going to move right into the hip opening series, so lift your right leg up. Step your right foot to the top right corner of your mat, just outside your right hand. Lower, or keep your back knee lifted for a moment. Coming into lizard lunge, you can rock front to back. This is where you may need a block if you want to use a block to lift your hands up higher. Gently lower your knee down. So both hands are at the instep of the foot here. You're going to stay just like this. You could also lower your elbows to a block or elbows to the floor. Begin to turn your toes to 2 o'clock. And this is important. So you want to only start taking this further if this still feels good all along the way in the hips, the knees. So I'm going to turn my toes to 2 o'clock. And then I will turn towards my right knee and press this knee away gently and lift off of the sole of the foot. So now I'm just on the pinky toe side of the foot. Oh, lizard lunge just feels good. You can stay like this. Or now begin with the knee, the leg out of the way. Begin to lower the elbows to a block or to the floor, or stay as you are on your hands. Don't worry about where you're at or what it looks like. Just feel this here. Breathe in. Breathe out. There's an opportunity to take galaxy pose. I like to find a nice comfy place for my back knee. Rise up onto the hand. You can bend the back knee, this left knee. Swim your right arm all the way up and over, and you catch the right hand onto the foot on the pinky toe side of the foot. Could stay like this, or draw the heel in towards the seat. And then this may be too much for you today. You just stay wherever you're at. Totally fine. One more inhale. And then release all of this. Okay. Here we go. Half splits, round 2. So, send the hips back over the knee, lengthen your spine. In a typical class, we would have had half splits 3 or 4 times, and we would actually be in the practice of full splits here. And we have the opportunity to use the blocks behind the hamstring in a full splits. There's ways to modify getting towards full splits. For today though, since we've shortened the class, we're going to take half splits again. So lengthen, maybe use your opposite hand to the toes, fold in, take 2 full breaths. Leave space between your chin and your chest. And then shift forward, vinyasa. High push up. To your belly, breathe out. Extend. Child's. With your breath, meet back in the downward facing dog. Lizard lunge, left side. Step up to the outside edge of your left side of your mat. Lower your back knee down when you're ready. Hands at the instep of the foot and stay here. So now my left knee is in towards the shoulder, right? Very squared look. You can stay like this or lower down further. You can turn your toes when you're ready to 10 o'clock. So 10 o'clock with the toes. I'm going to turn my body towards my left knee and twist. So this starts to take the work out of the hip flexors and more into the left hip. Okay? You can stay like this or lower one elbow or both elbows or use blocks or pillows or books. If you want to work to find galaxy pose, I may not have it here on this side. If you would just adjust your back knee, reach back with your left hand, and bend the knee. Breathe in and out. Take one more from wherever you are. And then really slowly heel toe this left foot back to center. Half splits one more time. Halfway lift. Fold. Maybe opposite hand to the toes. I get that part because it makes it hurt so good. Good. Vinyasa. Last time through this. High push up to your belly. So we get all the core work of that lowering down. Inhale, cobra. Save the shoulders with the upward facing dog. Exhale, child's pose. Breathe in. Downward facing dog. Good. From your downward facing dog, step your feet up and wide. Walk your hands back. Malasana. I went through that kind of quick. Wide feet. Walk your hands back. Sit your hips low. And then come into a yogi squat. Malasana. Pants keep falling down. So you will, maybe, hands here. Maybe hands to heart center. Just do whatever feels good here. If you're more lifted, then just if you can't get your hips all the way down here, and if you're up here, then just press the knees away and let this feel good in your inner thighs. You can stay like this, whatever it looks like. And then we're gonna brace yourself here. Come onto your seat, extend your legs out long, seated forward fold. Find your sit bones. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, hinge forward. And the same principles behind like that half splits. We're working to keep a flat spine here. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. I'm deepening my hinge here. Right? So you see my belly getting closer to my thighs, not my hands or my nose getting closer to my toes. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, belly down. You can grab your legs, the mat. One more opportunity to lengthen. Exhale, opportunity to fold. If you have access to the feet, you can use your feet to draw down your legs. One more breath here. And out. Good. Eyes up. And then come down onto your back. Full body stretch. And the knees into your chest. You could do one at a time. And then both eventually. Just rock from side to side. Sort of feel this release in your sacrum. We're going to take a happy baby. Okay? So that can look like just taking your knees really wide here and rocking from side to side. Or you're going to lift up and grab onto the pinky toe sides of your feet or your ankles. Okay, so you could be here or all the way up here. Let the head rest back down. Rock from side to side. And then the work is to let the soles of the feet go straight up and the knees come down. Release your feet when you're ready. And then let the soles of the feet touch each other. Lower them down together to the floor for reclining butterfly. Okay, roll your shoulders down away from your ears. So drop them down and away. Maybe take your hands to your belly or one hand to your belly, one to your heart. Rock your head from side to side. Relax your neck. When you're ready, find a comfortable place for your head. Close your eyes. Soften your toes, your feet. And then get connected here with your breath and how it feels in your body to pull the air in. So feel your low belly lift, your ribs and chest expand. As you exhale, really feel with your hands. 2 more. Last one here. And then take a big full body stretch. Lift your low back up, reach back. And then bring your knees to your chest one more time. You're going to lift your heels up away from your seat. We're going to take a spinal twist. So lift your heels up from this tabletop. Drop your knees to the right. Good? Twist. If you want to feel this a little bit more, you're going to lift up your right shoulder, your right side body, and then spin your left shoulder down more. Oh, so now this is like way up in my upper back. Take your right hand here to the top of the knee to keep the knee down. And then lift and turn your head to the left if you want to bring this into the neck. 3 deep breaths. come out, lift and turn the head, bring the legs back to center, release or reset, and then to the left. So you will lift your heels up, turn your legs to the left. Now I'm here, this feels good. Or I could lift up and spin my chest more open, like space the chest towards the right more. Right, you feel that when you start to add in the twist of the upper spine to your left hand to your knee, and then lift and turn your head to the right. Full spinal twist here for 3 deep breaths. When you're ready to come out, lift the head. Come back to neutral. One more, last time, full body stretch. And then we will rest in Shavasana. And I'm going to guide you into the beginning of Shavasana, and then I will end the video. Feel free when you're here to just stay as long as you want. Like 1 minute, 10 minutes, doesn't matter. Shake your feet from side to side. Let your feet be wide, toes turning out. Right, rock your hips from side to side. Get to a really comfortable place for your low back. Adjust your spine, your shoulders, and walk your shoulders down away from your ears. Let your arms rest away from the body. Palms face up. Take a big inhale, fill up, and then sigh out. Allow your breath to just be. Relax the muscles in your face. Shavasana.